So 88. We had a guest that was gonna come in tonight. He got caught up with some stuff.
He may still pop by though.
Yeah, he may still come by. We'll have a surprise in the middle of the stream. But yeah, what else? What's up, guys? What you guys do today?
So, actually, this is
Y'all
first
went
time
to train together today, right?
Yeah, we've been going to jiu-jitsu the
Twice.
past few days. Yeah.
Yeah.
we were actually trained
Where?
twice today.
Yes, we trained twice today.
Woke
me
up
and Jay.
7:30, met 7:30 at his house, did a little light running, and then punched the bag for a bit, and then I had to run back to work. So I did work, and then met up at 6 together again, and
Yeah, I feel it, man. The crew's coming up. Everybody's trying to get right. You know, I feel you.
You know,
It's not even
the
that,
cruise
you
for
know?
me.
No,
Yeah,
I know,
I don't
I
really
know.
care for the cruise, man.
I know it is for me. I'm just trying to get in shape.
Yeah, no,
I was
I
playing
don't.
basketball yesterday with Foe, Lewis. We had like 4 good games. 1-1, but
Yeah, I don't know if it's really like the cruise for me. You know, I just was really feeling like shit, man. I really was like, just mentally, like physically, like. And I noticed I was starting to gain some weight because I was just eating utter trash. Having fast food at least like 4 times a week, which was horrible for me.
yeah, fast food definitely fucks you up. I mean, I have it a lot. Sometimes I don't even eat at all during lunch, but my go-to is just something quick, something around the corner. So
Did we?
that seems to be.
I don't even remember. Did we start at my house or your Emily's house today?
We started
your
at
house.
Lynette's house.
What?
Then we started at Lynette's house the first time we went over there.
No. What I'm talking about is the workout this morning. We
Oh.
started at where? My house.
your house.
So we're going. Okay, so we'll be starting at Emily's house tomorrow. So we'll run from Emily's here, do the workout, and then run back.
Well, y'all talking about some cross country shit.
Well, it's not even a mile, bro. Emily's
Yeah.
house, it's literally 0.9. Literally, actually, not even
Yeah, it's not that
0.88. So it's a light little run, man. Like I get it done in like 11:30. It's like the like around the time between 11 and a half to 12 and a half minutes. I can usually do it when I'm feeling good. Today,
It wasn't bad.
pretty shitty.
It was a quick run.
yeah, it's real fast. Like you
And
just
I
go.
hate running. It was a quick
It's
run.
12 blocks.
Mm.
It's 12 blocks.
What time
so-
you go to work usually?
Me? I go to work at. I typically wake up at 7:30, and I have to get there by 9.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it'd be difficult for him to join us. We would have to start at like
No way.
6:30,
Yeah,
7 in the morning.
And then you would have to, I don't know, like go back of the house, garden hose, shower real quick before you go.
Get in the car.
You just had not even just go straight from
Yeah.
like my house or Emily's house to work, all sweaty and nasty. No, fuck that. Yeah, it's kind of difficult when you got work in the mornings. Like, for example, these.
I mean, I still hit a little quick workout in the morning. It's
Oh, yeah?
just
That's
in
good.
My porch, and then I shower right after, so it's not that bad.
So the Monday and Tuesday when we did it, Monday we got up at like 9:30 actually because Emily didn't have work until noon, and it was just me and her. Then like Tuesday she's got work at like, or she's what was it? No, doesn't work on Monday actually. It was a school at 2, so we got up late, and then like on Tuesday, she's got work at 12, I think it is, and that's why we got up around like 8:30. But then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, she got work at 10. So like forcefully, we have to get up 7:30 all those days, which is nice. It's nice to have like the mornings after you're done with your workout still, and then you feel really good afterwards.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I'm
so
really liking it. I love the way it feels.
for me, I was very calm today when I was working.
yeah,
There's like a sense of calm. It wasn't
your
tired.
brain's not as like bouncing all over the walls, right?
It is not. No,
Right.
it's
Like
just
that-
calm.
That inner monologue is a little smoother. Not as
There
so,
wasn't
like,
inner monologue
crazy.
at all. It was just like, okay, I need to do work. Where am I?
Right.
There's nothing. Nothing was in there. Just work.
I went to Vitality today. I was
Wait,
around.
you went
like,
to Vitalik today?
Huh?
Vitalik?
Vitalik. That's what I said. No.
No, just
Oh yeah, guys, remember, type Vitality in the chat, and you guys will get yourself one free session at Vitality, one-time use only. Do not be spamming our chat. Well, I mean, you can if you'd like to, but you will only get one credit. So, do as you will.
Vitality.
Yeah, I went to Vitality today, and I did my knee. So I got fucked up my knee yesterday in jiu-jitsu. I got a little pop on the right side of my left knee. That was real nice. I didn't feel it at all yesterday. After it happened, it was fine. It felt like in the moment, it was just like a little pinch, and then it felt like when you crack your finger or something, like that little pop sensation, and it didn't hurt at all. And it was funny because after, like, right when it happened, I had his back, right? It was a whole hook situation, and he hip escaped, and I got onto his back and turtle because he ended up turtling, and I was like, bro, you did that right. It hurt. I just didn't fucking tap. I was like, it was like this, because by the time the pain came and left, it was like
Too late.
too late. Yeah, it was there and it was gone. And then, like, what is the point in tapping now, right? Like, my leg was already out of that position because it was while it was moving that the pop happened.
Yeah.
It was scary.
Especially with bigger guys like us, where you really need to watch those knees because a little tiny turn. See, the thing is with us is the fucking meniscus, because our meniscus takes a fucking beating. Meniscus is this little piece of cartilage in between the bones that takes the bulk of your bounciness, right? And especially when you keep bouncing, that meniscus takes a fucking hell of beating, right? And just a tiny little thing will get a rip in it. And when it rips, it has no nerve endings. It has nothing. Just your it does hurt, and the only reason it hurts and you cannot bend your leg is because your body detects that there is some sort of a abnormality, and then just sends liquids there. But your meniscus doesn't have any blood vessels. That's why there are areas in the meniscus that can heal themselves. There's some of it does get blood vessels. The other part does not. So if you tear the other part, the only way is the surgery.
I wonder what it was that popped. Who knows?
Yeah.
It was like a slightest little tuck.
Yeah.
It wasn't like a major
just
pop.
gotta watch out, man, because
I made sure to do compression yesterday before I went to bed. I did compression. Emily's parents got the compression, like I was telling you guys.
So
and then,
anytime that something like that happens, compression might be good, but I think first thing you want to do is ice the shit out of it.
I did ice it today.
Numb it.
After our workout, I spent an hour icing it. After our workout.
So you want to do that 20 minutes ice and then off. 20 minutes ice off. 20 minutes ice off.
I started watching. Are you into war movies? Have you watched any war movies before? I started watching. It's not a movie actually. It's like a series. That HBO series, Band of Brothers. Have you heard of it before?
I've seen it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I'm only like 2 episodes in. Yeah. It's really good.
So lately I haven't been watching. Like I haven't even been watching podcasts. Lately it was just like they were playing in the background, and I'm just like working on doing something else, and that just kind of plays in the background.
You know what I've noticed lately, because of the working out and stuff, like I feel like my brain isn't all over the place. So like when I try to put a podcast on while I'm multitasking, it doesn't work out so well. I'm not even paying attention to that. I just kind of do what I'm doing. Like I don't even need that there anymore to kind of keep me in the groove.
Yeah.
Like the only time I spend time listening to a podcast now is when I'm working out.
Yeah.
Like if I go on my run and I decide to put a podcast in, and then not even sometimes, because like we'll stop and we'll talk for a second, and then like I get off track and I'm like, fuck, what are they talking about now? I hate that. I hate when I'm listening to something and like I lose a minute and then catch back on, and I'm like, I don't understand where they're at. It's so annoying. I hate that.
And then so for me, yes, I listen to. I actually enjoy listening because I do hear things that I really like. Like today, for example, one of the podcasts I was listening to, it was Michael Sartain, as a matter of fact, with his team, and they were talking about their business and stuff like that. And then the second one I listened to was PBD, Patrick Bet-David, talking to this older gentleman, and he was a civil rights movement's activist, right, but for poor neighborhoods. And this man was like damn 80 years old, like he was born in 30s, man. This man was like spitting hell of fire, and he's just like dogging everything that everybody else talks about right now. This man was like, nah, that ain't right. And like his grandpa was in a war. Like he was one of the first like African American soldiers that, like, you know, that very first platoon of African American soldiers that they created. It was like part of it. Like this guy's like dogging everybody, and he was coming in with facts. Like it wasn't just like his opinion or anything like that. Just straight up facts. Now I like to listen to that stuff. That stuff is interesting because I learn a lot of history, you know, and stuff like that. So, but yeah, I don't know, man.
We left them at Vitality in the float tank room.
What? Really? No way.
I swear to God.
Oh shit! I'm so sorry, Ozzy.
Okay.
I'm so sorry. I left my underwear in the float room.
I walk in there and I'm like, these look very familiar.
So
no way. Oh, I know what happened. It's because I rinsed one out and then I put it and then I rinsed the other thing out and I just walked out with. Am I sure though?
Here we're talking about how much your brain is all like coochie, and now you forget.
I just came out of the float. I was a little tired, you know. The float tank is awesome.
You know what they've done? They've done a research and they've realized like when people gain weight, there's hue of this fucking craziness that like starts coating your brain. Like literally, it's coating your brain.
You know what's weird? For me, that's normal. You know what I mean? Because I've been big so long.
Yeah.
And so now when I start getting into like being active and stuff like that, this is new for me. This wasn't the normal. This is new for me.
But then that's the thing, like, you know, like a lot of people that are like getting issues, like they'll start gaining weight and then you'll see their fucking attitudes and their mind starts changing. It's because literally your brain starts getting coated with like fucking fat and shit, you know? So you're basically going crazy little by little, but like, you know, when you
I remember when we talked about it actually early on the pod with Alex one day where we were like basically talking about how like the chemicals in your brain are much healthier when you're physically healthier. Not only are you going to feel emotionally, or not only are you going to feel physically better, you're going to feel emotionally better.
Yeah. No,
So,
that's a fact.
But that this morning my legs didn't hurt. It was the first run that we went on that my legs didn't hurt. And you know, it's funny, like I had the knee problem, it didn't hurt while I was running, and my calves and my thighs, they weren't
this was the first time in the longest time where I actually ran. I did stop here and there.
Yeah, you ran a long time. You were the first one there, weren't you?
Rodolfo at the last minute turned it up and he got there. But I was first one at your house. Yeah. But it was the first time in the longest time that I ran, and those times that I stopped, I didn't really need to stop. I could have just kept going.
Right.
You know, it felt good. Like it feels good. Like knowing that jiu-jitsu.
He's a runner. He's a track star.
Yeah, jiu-jitsu is actually helping. Like, you know, your stamina is there. You know, you just kind of like breathe.
Yeah.
You slow down, bring your heart rate down, and you just continue. You know what I mean?
I feel good, man. I feel good. Like, for example, like these past couple days rolling too. Like whenever we do rounds, like I'm almost at the end of like our third or fourth round, whatever the last round I did, and I sit there for a minute and I'm like, wait, I'm already breathing through my nose. I should do another one. And I'm like, I want to keep going. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't like that before.
And I've been running. This app is called MyZone. This is actually the UFC gym app.
Oh yeah, because you're using the thing.
They're using that thing, yeah, because we got them when we were up in San Diego. I was like, well, let me run this. So
did you use it this morning to do the run?
Yeah. Nice. I used it this morning, and I also had it on for jiu-jitsu. So, and it's kind of cool, like, because it, you know, all the other stuff is all just.
Was it uncomfortable for jiu-jitsu? A little bit, right? Probably.
No. It's because it was right in the middle of my chest, and my chest is pretty. I have a chest, so it just kind of falls right in a crevice.
Oh, you put it right there on your solar plex?
Yeah.
So it just falls in there?
Yeah, it just falls in there and you don't even feel it. During the jiu-jitsu, obviously, we didn't hit really hard, you know. But, you know, it was like still 465 calories wasted. You know, it was about an hour. You know what I mean? Like, it detects that you're wasting that much in calories and then connects directly to your Apple Health app, right? And then which connects directly to your My Fitness Pal, right? And because of that, now you got a whole thing, like a whole circle of apps that like intertalk with each other, and then you can actually tell, okay, well, and this is my logged food for the day, you know what I mean? So okay, so where am I at so far? You know, like, oh, okay.
Why don't you just use your Apple Watch? Don't you have one?
No,
I
had a version 2.
This is my Apple Watch.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah. What's that, Mickey?
That's your Apple Watch you're using, basically, is that little...
Yeah, this is my Apple Watch. Now, if anything, I would use an Aura Ring. I looked into it.
Really?
Yeah, I would just use an Aura Ring, if anything.
You know what's pretty cool about those? Girls can use them, and it's counted as birth control. Because it's so accurate to tell when the girls are ovulating, so you can kind of tell when you're...
Yeah.
I gotta pull out or stay in.
Oh, shit, that's crazy. I'm still pulling out. I don't give a fuck. I don't believe that bitch.
I don't believe that bitch.
That bitch trying
Give
to
me the
track
app.
me.
Give me the app.
Yeah, that bitch trying. You know, you on the app.
You just do it like the
Gives
My
a
Fitness
countdown
Pal
of-
or the fitness thing. You just share it. where you can
Countdown
see
of
always.
seconds when you need to pull out. You know, it says what? 10, 9, 8. Pull out, pull
New
out.
shit.
Year's.
Yeah.
I wonder how that works though. I guess it has to do with a bunch of things like body temperature change and all
Yeah.
these other crazy things.
Yeah, but the Aura ring I would use. I would wear that shit on this finger. You know, why not? You know.
Wait, so women be changing temperatures during menstruation?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
the
fucking
temperature
wild.
change, all kinds of shit changes.
They,
in
get,
the
They-
body.
they get colder, right?
They turn into a whole different person basically.
Yeah, the hormones are
Demons.
Off the charts.
fertilize me. That eggs out the precious.
Give me chocolates.
Yeah,
Like, it's crazy. Like, when I first started dating Emily, the whole thing around like girls getting bitchy on their periods was still kind of like not
New?
taboo, but like some girls were like, I'm not being a bitch. Like, I've never mean this and that kind of thing, right? And eventually, like, Emily would like tell me, like, I know, I get like this, or I know I get like that, and it's like, yeah, you start recognizing these things. I wonder why they were so like reluctant to push back on that at first, because
On what?
the fact, like I said, like it used to be a little bit of like a not taboo, but like they love to deny it. A lot of girls were love to deny that, like, oh, I don't change when I'm on my
well,
period.
because
and this and
look
that.
at it throughout I think it's in their lizard brain. I really think it's in their lizard brain because
To be like, no, I'm fine.
what
It's
is
not
that deniability? Something deniability. Anyway, point is that they
plausible denial.
plausible deniability. So they had to be very sneaky throughout the fucking evolution, right? Because back in the day, like until the new modern times where everything is all safe and shit, and God forbid you say something which it should be that way, it should be that way. Don't fucking clip it for no reason on this one. Until the most recent days, back in the day, people like any man or a husband could beat the shit out of their wife and whatever, and like kill them because they're physically more superior, right? So girls had to naturally evolve to be deceitful. So when you pointing something out in their character trait and they don't want you to know about it, they're right away like fucking because that's like part of them playing the chameleon game. You know what I mean? Like it's almost like I don't know. It's almost like cracking down.
But
on
why
their
don't they
age.
want you? No, my thing is, why don't they want you to know about it? I get the whole reaction and this and that, but what's the reasoning for them not wanting for you to know about it?
Because then you have a right to say, hey, yo, like you're acting like an asshole. Stop acting like an asshole. They don't want that because they're naturally against confrontation, right? And they're naturally against accepting accountability. Yeah, you heard it. They don't like accountability or confrontation.
Well, a lot of people don't. It's not just women.
No, that's not true. Like a lot of times, I think men have accountability because life kind of smacks you over your head.
There's people that don't.
Yeah, but life does smack you over your mouth as a guy.
As a girl,
A lot
it
of
does
people
too.
are bad.
No,
Yeah, a
no.
lot of
When?
people are baby
When?
nowadays.
When they have a child, yes. Without a wedlock, yeah. Or they're drag addict, yeah. But when would life smack a girl over their face for accountability? Like a lot of times, girls get away with fuck shit. They do. Guys, not so much.
I don't know, man. Most of the girls that I see are still like, I mean, not necessarily that I respect their hustle and what they were doing, but usually like they're still hustling. Like almost all the women I know work, right? Like
No, that has nothing to do with that. What I'm saying is, when I say accountability, is like when they're doing something out of the norm, and then you point it out, and they're like, "No, I'm not doing that. It's supposed to be this way." Well, a lot of times the guy would be like, "Yo, you're fucking up, and this is why you're
I
fucking."
don't
Yeah,
know.
you're right.
I don't know if I necessarily agree with that on
Anyway,
anecdotal.
the point is, what I'm trying to say is, I think it's just an evolutionary thing for them to push back, not necessarily. But it's 2023, right? You're supposed to be able to do it on both sides.
Both, yeah, you got to do it both ways. Huh?
Yeah.
Shout out Brian Dyer. That's hilarious.
Miggy, what did you have? You were talking about something earlier.
So it's crazy that the United States is giving funding to Israel to fund the war, but also giving aid as well. It's like, what the fuck is that?
Aid to who? Palestine?
Yes,
Well, they have to.
but you're fighting a fucking war,
Yes.
and you're aiding the ally. Will also.
Well,
in a
see, the
sense-
funding is a loan. Aid is free. right? So when they're funding, they're giving money. They're not just giving money to give money.
Okay.
It's a
But
loan.
still, if you're in a war, you're giving money to the enemy. Uh,
Well, I mean,
is that
remember,
a good move? Like, what's the point?
it's 2023. You got to play both
Play both sides,
Yeah.
right?
Oh my!
So-
No, come on, we can't do this every time.
No, but because that's what it is. Like, if you think
They're
about it,
playing
you
both
ever
sides.
watched that movie, God of War, or something like that with Nicolas Cage?
God
Where
of
he's
War with
He's
Nicolas Cage.
he buys and sells weapons.
Oh, you're talking about fucking
God of War, I think.
No,
What's
it's
the name of that movie? Nicolas Cage.
Lord of War.
Lord of War. Like he was selling shit to both sides.
Yes.
Not only was selling shit to both sides, he gets locked up at the end, and then he's having a conversation with the spooks, with the CIA, and he says, in 5 minutes, you're gonna get a call from someone that's gonna let me out. I'm the guy that goes in and does the things that your government cannot say that they did. You know what I mean? But I'm contracted on both sides. Even though he's selling weapons to the guys that shooting back at us, he's contracted by CIA to do that. So, like, we have to. Because there's money to be made on both sides. Why would you make money only on one side?
I see it as a business aspect, right? But it's not right, and that's not how the government should be ran. I don't think everybody sees that. Everybody knows that the government is not supposed to run like this. Everybody knows that's illegal. So why the fuck is it happening?
I don't think it's illegal. I think it's immoral.
Yeah.
I think it's not ethical. But I don't think it's illegal.
Aren't laws based on morals
No. So usually you'll have ethics and...
or ethics?
Well, ethics are not necessarily laws, right? Like laws are just kind of put in place by committee
Come
and
on,
shit.
maybe you
Because
didn't pay attention to that ethics class in college.
But the thing is, right? So laws are made for the greater good of people, right?
no, the laws are made depending on what you're talking about. So if laws of United States are made for United States people, but laws of Germany are made for German people, not necessarily. There's some laws that will cross paths and be the same, like don't kill someone. That would be universal, right? But for example, I don't know, there are unspoken laws, for example, that you have to stand up when you say in Pledge of Allegiance and have your hand on your heart. I don't think Germans do that. You know what I mean? Like these are,
I don't know.
No, they don't. They raise their hand.
Or like freedom of speech that we have here, or freedom of canceling someone that we have here. I don't think laws and ethics are the same.
No, it's not. No, something ethical doesn't mean it's against either illegal or
it's
legal.
illegal, yeah.
You're more of just looking at.
So do you guys think it's right?
What do you mean?
So
Do you guys think that giving money to Israel?
No, we
also
just said it right. It's immoral.
funding or
It's
aiding?
we can agree that it's immoral, but it's not illegal.
it's
in a sense, it's
immoral
not
to
against the
give
rules.
money and send aid, because you either send aid or you give money. You choose a side, but you cannot choose a side because there's elections to be won, right? There are people on both sides of the
Thank you.
on both sides of the fence, right? And when you send aid to Israel, but you also send aid to Palestine, you kind of cancel those to each other.
To me, it
So
feels it feels like it's almost like you're playing a Monopoly game,
yes,
and you beat your friend, right? And you give him a little bit of money so that he can stay in the game. That's kind of what it feels like.
well, no, they obviously know what's going to happen, because we just saw that with Ukraine, right? Ukraine literally got aid from the entire world. Nobody went to the aid of Russia, right? But now the situation with Israel and Palestine is a little bit different. They can't just help Israel, even though this was an uncalled for attack, no matter what the situation is. This was an attack. A bunch of people died for whatever reasons. Now I'm not talking about the reasons. I'm just actually talking about the fact. Like, if say there's nothing happening and from this point on they just attack, right? There's a whole lot of history that led until this point. But there was an attack, right? Like, you can't just go and give money to Israel and help them out and then just completely obliterate Palestine, because those people are not living a good and happy life either.
Indeed, I agree with that.
So you cut. That's why it's like, for example, the best way I can describe it is like eminent domain. You know what's an eminent domain?
I don't.
So okay, so eminent domain is a law. So anytime government can come in and take your house from you by giving you whatever arbitrary market price they want, right? Like they buy it from you. So let's say they need to build a huge ass highway where and your house is literally like dead smack where the highway is gonna pass over, right? So they need to buy your house from you to build this highway. So they come in and say, "Well, I'm gonna give you $200,000, right? Because that's the fair market value for this house, even though the house is in the main area going for a 320, and there's nothing you can do about it. You have to sell your house to the government because it's called an eminent domain, eminent domain,
I
right?
see.
So they pull it. So is it moral or ethical?
Not at
No,
all.
but is
But
it
it's
by
legal.
law? Yes. See what I mean? So for you, is like to say at this point is like, okay, well, I need to buy a house in an area, but I don't think they're gonna build a highway. So you buy a house deep in the neighborhood versus being closer to the road, right? Like where they can come in and pull an eminent domain on you. Which what they did, as a matter of fact, the closest one you can say is it actually happened in Tampa when they're expanding. First time when they're expanding 275.
Yeah.
All those houses, you know, right now when you're driving from like when the bridge ends and then all the way down to Del Maybury, all that there's that stone wall, right?
Right.
All that used to be houses back there, and then they raised
Right.
it up. They used to be houses. They pulled the eminent domain and they got rid of all those houses. Yeah. So, but
I wonder-
I know what you're saying. It just sucks, but
I wonder if there's any way to combat eminent
no.
domain in the sense of like at least how much they're giving you. There
No.
has to be like, cause like, what if it's something crazy? Like, for example, like they came and told me my house was worth 80 grand or some shit like that. You know what I mean, right? Like they can't
won't
do that.
they won't do that, but they won't give you the actual market value either.
either, right? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, because they're like, well, those people are delusional. They're paying more money. This house is not worth that. This is what it's worth. You know, majority of the time it's, you know, you can look it up, but I think by statistics it's a little bit less, like maybe 20 to 30% less than what the actual market price is of the house.
So I was listening to a pod of talking about AI, and
Yeah.
I found something very interesting.
I have another thing for AI. Don't let me forget.
That they were talking about, you know, the progression of AI. Is AI going to be something first that can code itself and figure out ones and twos faster? Or is it going to be able to jump to cognitive, like actual creative thinking, and then be able to go to the ones and twos? Because if you think about it as a human, you cognitively think first in that sense, and then you kind of move on to the ones and twos, or like like studying in a sense,
The
right?
boring math.
The boring math. Let's put it that way. Like, right? Let's phrase it like that. So, what do you guys think? What do you think? Because AI is still kind of developing, right? Like, it can still split up into both ways. You think it's more going to be like a human, where it's going to start to develop cognitive before it
We
keeps
don't-
going into
we
boring
don't-
math?
I don't think
Or
we
is it boring
understand-
math and then eventually goes cognitive into creativeness?
I don't think we understand cognitive. We don't understand the human consciousness well enough to even be able to implement that into artificial intelligence or robots.
The fact of the matter, though, is, Miggy, we don't have to implement nothing. The AI learns. That's the whole thing about
See, but
AI.
it-
So,
I think that-
but that's the thing. That wouldn't be considered what we consider cognitive conscious.
Yeah.
It's an artificially made cognitive.
Well, not only
conscious.
that, you can't force feelings. You can't code for them.
no, I'm not saying feelings necessarily, but creativeness. Like, we all see
You create. It will be.
AI is making one-of-one paintings and all these things, right? Like,
If
it's
anything,
still, like
it'll
I'm
be.
saying, it can still split into both ways.
It'll. If anything, it'll be like Spock from Star Trek. Star
Like,
Trek?
let me make my question a little more simple. Do you think that AI will first replace the entertainment that we look at, basically replacing all the famous actors, the famous voices, the famous cartoons, and all this stuff, which it's partially already doing? How much AI is implemented into our content now, right? Okay, that's one side, right? Or is AI gonna branch faster into the segue of blue collar factory jobs and all this stuff?
Still, I believe it's gonna go towards that, the second option.
Okay.
The
Yeah.
reason why is because we already see movies as a fantasy and something that's not real. AI is something that is still, again, artificial, almost not real and unmanageable. So that's where I see it going more towards the workforce instead of entertainment.
See, I
Or
find it
entertainment.
difficult to answer.
Yeah, yeah.
That's why I wanted to ask the question. That's why I raised the question, because I think it's really interesting because of how it's already implemented in both things, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the boom, it hasn't kind of yet happened yet. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And it hasn't really gone like one big place majorly and then this one, you know? It's still kind of like growing in like an even circle. It hasn't like ovaled off in one way.
It's in a niche environment at the moment. You could say it's in the tech niche, more towards software development.
So I think this is what's gonna happen. The best way I can explain it. So there's this guy. His name was Elijah McCoy, right? And this was slavery times. And what he had to do, he was an engineer, but he was working in a railroads. And the job that they gave him, because it was a black slave, the job that they gave him was to lube the tires, the wheels of the trains. Very, very, very dangerous job, right? And what he did, he invented this machine that will lube everything super quick, and they can get back to the road much, like 10 times faster and whatever. And the whole idea of give me the real McCoy, which means like, and then a lot of people started making fakes, but fakes were not good.
Right.
So people would say, give me the real McCoy. Don't give me this fake bullshit, because my train, like, it's not lubing the train.
I never heard that phrase before, actually.
Real McCoy? Yeah, it's a phrase like, give me the real McCoy. So it was named after this guy, right?
Okay.
But the point, what I'm trying to make is like, think of AI as Elijah McCoy and making the machine to lube the wheels. So I think that's what the AI is going to do. It's going to come up with, it's going to start making our life easier and easier and easier.
But you don't think, like, for example, like how we're seeing with music and like the whole writers and actors strike, like it's clearly gonna make its way into entertainment as well.
Well, it is. It already has. Like, honestly, I think like that whole. I think that they bought themselves some time. The writers did, but give it another 10 years, none of them are gonna have jobs. None of them gonna have jobs. All those writers gonna go out the fucking window. Now, actors, that's going to be a whole another story. Now, will AI be able to draw cartoons and do this stuff? Yeah. Will AI be able to do really good CGIs? That's a totally different thing.
I believe so. You haven't seen that we showed the warning video, bro. You've seen that. Remember the video we watched about AI where it was the little girl that it was a small girl. I think she was like 12 or something like that. And there was a bunch of pictures that her parents and stuff had posted on Facebook. And they were talking about how this AI can take these photos, age this girl, made her like 16, 17 years old, and then it was like a photorealistic video of this girl talking. Like, just looked exactly like her.
Yeah.
And she's not even 16 yet. There's no way, like, but it looked exactly like this girl would have looked when she was 16.
Yeah.
And so, like, they're kind of, the hint that they were making at was basically, like, be careful with the stuff you keep putting out there. Like, we keep thinking that just even something as basic as putting our face on there, it does no harm. It might do some harm in the future. And they were kind of saying, like, they could start using this to, I don't know, fake ransom people and shit like this. Or identity theft and stuff.
Again, if you're an average person, you don't have to worry about the shit, because average people don't have money.
I don't believe that.
Average people don't have money.
Listen. Why do scammers scam the average person? It's the same
because
thing.
Scammers work on volume, right? Like, how many times are they going to be able to scam your parents with your face?
And this is going to be an AI, bro. It's not going to be a person writing this out.
Yeah.
This is going to be able to be used on mass production, and if you think about it in that way.
But then it would be still a person that's going to be controlling this AI to make the money, because AI itself doesn't need to make money. AI, like, it can do whatever it wants.
I get what you're saying, but these scammers are going to scale this, is what I'm saying. They're going to use this to their advantage, for sure.
I mean, just like anything else, they're going to scale everything,
But this is what I'm saying. Like, this stuff is so good, and it's going to get so good, that we don't need to watch Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson do his thing. I mean, we're going to watch what we think Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is, but it's not even him. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but then
they'll just pay him for his, like, name.
That's what I'm saying. They will need to pay for him for his name.
Like I think
it wouldn't matter.
I think the WWE owns The Rock or whatever, like that trademark of The Rock.
So I don't know, but they're gonna have to pay Dwayne Johnson for his name.
Of course, they would have to.
Pay, yeah, but then somebody needs to be as popular. So okay, so if that's the case, now all the actors, they're gonna get eventually old and die. Who are the new actors?
I thought the same question. I have no idea what they're gonna do.
What they're gonna? So they can't really do that. So you're gonna have to have.
They
people.
can though, because even when these actors die, They'll just keep using them.
Yeah, but then if they create an actor, right? If they create an actor,
Think of it this way.
what are they gonna have? Just like
Think of it this
placeholders?
way. What's easier? What do you think is easier? Keeping yourself a familiar face or making yourself a familiar face?
What do you mean?
Getting, like, for example, making people recognize you, or once you obtain that, keeping it that way. What do you think is harder?
Keeping it, of course.
Making people recognize you.
The initial part.
Yeah.
I would agree that that's probably harder.
Yeah.
The
Once
journey,
people
the
recognize
journey
it's
there,
it, yeah.
right? Think of it this way: they're never gonna have to do that to anybody again because the people are already there. You're gonna, in my brain, the way I'm thinking is, we're gonna see Leonardo DiCaprio act for the next 1,000 years. You know what I mean? They don't need to make nobody new.
Keep him.
They just keep him. People already love Leo. People already love The Rock.
Yeah,
people
but then
already love
people are
these
gonna know. People
It's
are gonna
harder
know it's
to
not
just.
true.
It's easier to just keep these figures, right? Like, how much would people love to have Tupac and all these people that we lost back in the day around now, right? Think of it that way. That's what they're gonna play into. Now, maybe it'll get stale.
Yeah, but see, the people create relationships while watching TV because our brains cannot decipher that these people are not our friends are real. That's why when people watch shows and they start thinking about the people in there, like they know about their lives and things like that.
I do that, like, when you catch yourself doing that, and then you go, "Wait, that's a fucking actor."
Yeah, exactly.
This is bullshit. They're not going home right now. They're walking off the set. You know, like you catch yourself.
Yes.
Right?
So and that's in our lizard brain. Our lizard brain cannot fucking disassociate that shit, right?
Yeah.
But
You
they're
gotta,
gonna.
like, jump out of the bubble. and be
You're
like,
gonna know
yeah,
that Leonardo
recognize that.
DiCaprio is no longer alive. So who are you associating yourself with? A fucking picture? Your logic is gonna kick in, and you're like, all right, this is fucking fake, and I don't want to watch it. So they're no longer part of your tribe because they no longer exist, right? It's a familiar face.
That could play, yeah, that could be something that doesn't make that
yeah,
work.
I think AI will be used eventually, which it is, be used to modify things and make them easier for us. But I don't know if AI is necessarily.
I think it will take over entertainment in a big way.
It will definitely have a huge percentage of entertainment.
Yeah.
It will, especially like the reels and things like that. Bruh.
Yeah. Already has a big thing, I think,
Yeah.
with the amount of, like, AI they're using to, like, do deep fakes and stuff like that. It's stupid.
Yeah. But talking about AI, so Japanese AI apparently has researched the face of Vladimir Putin during, like, that's Russia's president, during several of his interviews and things like that. And they've found that he has been using multiple doubles, not just one, to appear in front of people.
Really?
Yeah, that's what the AI said. AI said that there are differences in the faces of different people, and there are multiple doubles to show up and to talk. Yeah.
You know, I feel like I'm going to call a little bullshit here. You got to take this with a grain of salt. You know what I mean? Right? Like, this reminds me of, remember when they were talking about Eminem having doubles? And
Yeah.
how Eminem, like the memes coming out, how Eminem died back in the day from
Yeah.
an overdose, and that the person we see now is a replacement from this and that, and I don't know, man. And they tried to do that with who else? I think Beyonce or Shakira
Here, so
or
content.
Jay-Z, one of these guys. Like,
AI
they've done that
facial
before.
AI facial recognition points to the existence of multiple body doubles. Voice analysis reveals pronunciation discrepancies in key utterances. The risky utilization of body doubles in high-stake engagements, speculations, and insights from expert and observers. Japanese research claim AI reveals multiple Putin body doubles. Voice analysis highlights discrepancies in Putin's public appearances. Use of doubles for high-risk events pose potential exposure. In a recent development, blah, 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 AI facial recognition points to the existence of multiple body doubles. Voice analysis prevents blah, blah, blah. The risk utilization of bodies, speculations, and insights from experts and observers. So this article goes into saying, like, like we're not 100% certain, but we're pretty sure they're using fucking doubles.
Now, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
One of the things there was pronunciation of words.
Yeah.
The man's a few years from his coffin. You know what I mean?
Well, no, he's only 60-some.
No, I thought it was in 70s.
Is he? I don't think it was like 60-some.
I thought he was early 70s. So he's getting to the age where he's gonna start, doing his Bidenisms.
Yeah.
Bad boy, 71
Poppy,
years old.
71
Told you.
years
I
old.
told you early
Yeah,
70s.
70. Yeah, but Biden's 82. He's still got 10 years ahead of him.
Look, all I'm
He
trying
got
to say,
10 years,
look,
bro. 10 years
What I'm
is
trying
a
to get,
lot of time.
I'm not trying to make the comparison to Biden. What I'm trying to get at is
In
that
a
he's a little older.
BJJ tournament, Putin takes it. That's all we're saying.
Oh, Putin fucks up. Putin's got a fucking judo black
Yeah,
belt
he's a
too.
legit judoka.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's a legit judoka, but he does have a judo black belt.
Not anymore.
What do you mean not anymore?
He's like non-commissioned by the Judo Federation. He was like, no. He's,
Oh yeah, Judo Federation pretty much told him fuck him.
Yeah.
We'll revoke his rights.
Really?
Yeah.
What was I gonna say though? Like, look, what I'm trying to say is, the man's old. He might not say the same. He might not say the word, "davai" the way he said it when he was 61. You know what I mean? Like, it's been a while. He's been talking a long
Sid
time.
Devai.
I don't know what else. I was gonna say Blatz or some shit like that. I don't know.
The Svidanya.
Official announcement of the International Judo Federation. In light of the ongoing war conflict in Ukraine, the International Judo Federation announces the suspension of Mr. Vladimir Putin's status as the honorary president ambassador of the International Judo Federation.
Oh wow! So he had like status within the Judo Federation.
My dog
Look at that.
They had to, bro. Putin wants to be honorary status. You don't say no to Putin.
You don't say no to that guy.
He come out there and fucking yank your country right under your legs, just like you did with Ukraine. You know what I'm saying? So,
Bro, you know what I've noticed too? So I was a big nail biter, and like just the last few days with the working out and stuff, I'm not as
yeah, you're not biting your nails.
yeah,
as
no
much?
more like
Yeah.
not as much anxiety and
So,
stuff.
I got a question, guys. What do you think is the healthiest vegetable to eat according of
So can I ask
to a
you this?
decade of study?
What is the healthiest in the sense of like nutrition? Like
Yeah.
like what carries
Well, it's
the most
packed with
nutrition?
nutrition. It's good for
Okay,
you.
okay. I'm gonna go the one on the last. Ready? This is the least actually. I'm gonna start at least. Corn. This is the last one, right? Like that's like the worst probably.
Mm-mm.
No. Okay. Well, first one. I don't know. Broccoli. I hate broccoli.
The best vegetable?
Yeah.
Yeah, with the most nutrients.
Fruit. It's tomato.
Did you
That's a
get-
fruit.
That's a fruit, ninja.
There's
Tomatoes are good
There's
too.
fucking vegetables in the world.
Among the foods that were evaluated, watercress, a member of cruciferous family, topped the charts. Watercress is rich in essential vitamins, minerals, and potent antioxidants, and offers more nutrition per calorie than most foods. This means you receive more significant health benefits from each bite of watercress you take. The two other fiercest contenders were Chinese cabbage and kale.
Kale. Really?
Kale.
Okay. I'm not a greens
Eat
guy.
kale and tell them bitches go to hell.
That's your motto now?
No, that's motto of Big Mo on Fresh and Fit. He says that all the time.
No. That's funny.
Let's see what Chinese. Miggy, why don't you pull up a Chinese cabbage and then watercress?
Yeah, I
don't
want
know
to see what the fuck
they
this
look like.
looks like. Okay.
All right, I can
Okay.
fucks with some
So-
Chinese cabbage.
It looks like lettuce.
So lettuce?
So lettuce?
So lettuce?
No, it's cabbage, dog. It's not lettuce.
But it looks like our lettuce.
Bro.
Yeah, but it does.
That looks like our.
I know what he's talking about. Like you're talking about looking like
It looks
like
like
the
our
romaine
long,
lettuce. Yeah,
the
romaine
long
lettuce,
head of lettuce
romaine.
we get here.
This is just some fucking communist shit. This is just romaine lettuce, bro. This ain't no Chinese lettuce.
This Chinese cabbage, dog. Chinese cabbage.
Yeah,
Go to
Chino-
watercress.
The
Watercress.
Chinos were like, romaine who? This is Chinese
Chinese,
cabbage.
dude.
Yeah. Yeah. See, this is not even a fucking vegetable.
This
Look at
is
that.
fucking parsley, bro.
This is parsley.
This is fucking cilantro and parsley.
Nah,
shit,
dog.
Water. But this is like a vegetable?
That's
This
what
is
they say.
considered a
This is a
vegetable?
vegetable.
You can't tell me that's not fucking like cilantro. Though.
Google recipes with watercress. What do they do with them?
Bro.
Nah, dog. Cilantro
No, it's
way
not
different,
cilantro,
bro.
It's not cilantro or culantro or none of those.
Do watercress recipes.
Yeah, I can't type.
I was like, CN what?
All right. How do they make? They can open one of the. Look, bro. They're cooking them bitches. Like they're like sauteed and
It
shit.
looks like seaweed salad.
So apparently,
Oh, it was a stir fry. Okay.
this is Chinese.
Man.
Japanese watercress salad.
Man, Asians got all the good foods.
Korean watercress.
It's
See that shit, bro?
I don't
I'm
know.
gonna
I
get.
feel
I'm gonna
like-
get. I'm gonna get some. I'm gonna try that shit out. I'm gonna see what it tastes.
So,
like.
so lettuce is considered a vegetable.
That's not a lettuce. It's cabbage,
I'm
dog.
asking. I know. I get it.
Yeah.
I'm just asking because I'm saying like they're considering this a vegetable. So in my brain, I'm saying lettuce is a vegetable.
Well, what would you name a lettuce? It's definitely not a fruit.
No, it's not a fruit, but I don't think it's a vegetable.
Well, what is it then?
Eddie looked
Greens. It's fucking grass.
When Eddie did that shit, he looked like, you know when you just like smack a dog out of nowhere just to get his attention. He kind of looked like, bro, what the fuck did I do? I just asked a question.
Yeah, it's the same dog. The same look dog did. He's like,
It's like what?
I didn't do nothing.
I mean,
What is you say? Lettuce is a vegetable?
we got only two choices. We got vegetables, and then we got fucking fruits. We don't got anything in between.
So grass is a vegetable?
Grass would be vegetable if you eat it. I mean,
So
technically,
anything
It's a
that you
soup.
eat, it's a soup. It's a pizza, soup, or salad,
yeah,
right?
it's a pizza, soup, or salad. What is it?
So everything that comes out of the ground has to be either vegetable or fruit that we consume.
Well, technically,
What about mushrooms? That's a fungus. Ah,
yeah, but they go under the vegetables.
really?
They would go under vegetables.
Mushrooms would be a vegetable. Oh,
I
didn't
think
know that.
like
don't
the
think so.
sugar content.
From the
probably.
culinary
Yeah, there
perspective,
you go.
grass is generally not considered a vegetable. Well, grass is indeed type of plant that does not allow the common understanding of vegetables as edible parts of plants like leaves, stems, roots, or fruits.
That's
What
vegetable.
about lettuce? Can you look up lettuce?
What? No,
We're looking up the dumbest shit right now.
no. This is a good fucking conversation. I'm telling you, it's gotta be a vegetable, bro.
Yes, it is.
It's a vegetable. It's a leafy green vegetable that grows above the ground and is a popular vegetable growing.
Do a difference between fruits and vegetables. We're gonna know now.
So I know fruits. The biggest thing about fruits is that usually it comes from a tree. That's like the biggest indicator usually.
Well, what about the raspberry? Them bitches grow on a bush.
And out of the ground, above ground. So like a lot of vegetables grow in the ground, like potatoes, carrots, and stuff like that.
Those are
Fruits come from the flowering part of a plant and contain seeds. In contrast, vegetables are the edible parts of a plant, such as the leaves, stem, roots, and bulbs.
There we go. So that's what the damn lettuce would be, because you're eating the leaf, stem, and you got no fucking no seeds in it.
Yeah. Wait, so
See,
I feel
tomatoes
so
in
stupid
between.
right now. I'm about to ask the dumbest question.
What is it?
They just so those things don't have seeds.
Yeah.
How do they cultivate?
the
Like,
lettuce?
What's the original cultivation process?
Stems.
Nah, they're fucking lettuce seeds. I don't know how they get them.
Or no, maybe they are just cultivating
way.
from stems, like it's saying, like cloning.
Lettuce,
What is that? What is that?
Lettuce can grow from, like, if you snip a part of a
Yeah.
lettuce and you put it on the ground, it will grow another lettuce.
Right.
From the
right.
bottom.
Grandma
Right.
did it. It's like
From the bottom,
it's
like
like
the
finding
root.
a Minecraft Infinite glitch. My grandma used to do it in her backyard. She would just only cut it for dinner,
Yeah.
and then like a couple weeks later, boom, cut it again.
Yeah, the bottom part, like the where the root,
Look it up.
like
Does
the
lettuce
hard
have
part. Yeah.
Does lettuce
But-
have
Does
seeds?
lettuce have seeds?
Yeah,
Seeds
bro.
attached to a piece of white fuzz that will carry when the wind blows.
What
Oh,
the
okay.
fuck?
Look it up. Open the pictures. I want to see the
How
shit.
do you, okay, look at that bottom Oh, never mind.
Yeah, see?
Go back real quick.
Hold on.
But that don't look like damn lettuce, bro. That look like something else.
It's the dumbest fucking question.
No, they have seeds. The reason I know they have seeds is because
Sativa lettuce seeds.
Yeah.
yeah,
No, go back, Mickey. Go back. Go click the back arrow. I want to see the question again. So you see that first question that says people also ask on the bottom? Click the first one. It says, how do you get the seeds from lettuce? Okay, so this guy's showing. Oh, so they're like
In here. We'll take it inside, and all you do is you'll just pull off. See those little seeds there? They're really small. You'll probably want to do this inside where it's not too windy.
But where do you get the seed
And
from?
it's a little sticky. It's back up, and this is what they look like here.
that don't look like no damn lettuce.
Now, you could pluck that off,
This is a
but you
Chinese
should
lettuce.
really wait
the
until they
Chinese
open up.
Bro, we don't want Chinese
And you
lettuce.
start
We
to
don't
see
regular romaine. Dude,
little,
romaine lettuce.
fibers
Go
for
go
them
out.
to-
Dude, does romaine lettuce have seeds?
How to harvest romaine lettuce.
I'm telling you, this is getting better and better.
Do romaine lettuce have seeds?
See, I told you. But the reason I know this shit is because what do you call that thing that's
No,
like
no, so wait.
long green? They usually give it to you with fucking chicken wings, with carrots. They got the green one. What do you call those things?
Oh, so the romaine lettuce, if you let it grow for a certain amount of time, it'll go into a seeding,
Version of it?
yeah.
Okay.
And it says that once the flowers have dried out and resemble mini dandelions, it's time to harvest the seeds.
Okay, that makes sense.
Interesting.
So they're just cutting it, I guess, when it's really young, without any kind of before it can germinate.
That's why it's probably so soft and delicious.
I've been eating salad. I love it. This past few days.
You know what I like with a salad?
But
I
it's
don't
only
know
Caesar
why.
salad. That's the only one I like.
There's something about adding just plain vinegar on a salad, man. Makes my salad so delicious. I don't know why.
Yeah, you like that?
I like
don't
fucking just
vinegar
vinegar.
taste.
I never usually liked vinegar. I just lately that's all I've been eating, just vinegar, plain vinegar.
You're a savage.
I don't know. Vinegar tastes sweet to me now.
You're different, dude.
I mean, it's sour, sweet. You know.
Do you add
Cinder
a little bit
Block
of salt
J.
to that? So
Huh?
do you add like a little bit of vinegar and then like a little bit of salt?
Yeah. Salt, vinegar, pepper. Very rarely I'll put a little bit of oil, little bit, just a little tiny bit. But the thing is, with me, my favorite is cabbage. Like you chop up cabbage into like very thin strips, and then you add a little bit of vinegar and you let it sit, and salt, let it sit for like 15 minutes, where the cabbage is not too crunchy, but it's soft, a little bit soft, but crunchy enough. Fucking, I destroy that shit.
I absolutely love the vegetable that's the worst for you, which is I think is corn, right? Because it has like
Corn.
almost no nutritional value because your body doesn't break it down.
Yeah.
But it's so good. Corn is so good.
Corn, yeah, corn, yeah.
My mom, she makes like the yellow rice with corn. Oh my god, that's so
Yeah.
good. So
But see, the thing is with rice and corn, like that's all that is carbs, right? That's
Right.
those all carbs, you know. So are they good for you? 100%. But can you overdo them? No, hell no. Because like, a 1 tablespoon of
what do you mean you can't overdo them?
you can
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you said
1
can't.
tablespoon of rice. I think 1 tablespoon of rice is like 20 grams, and 20 grams of rice packs hell of calories in it. And when I say 1 tablespoon, it's like you fill up the tablespoon, then you have to like clean the top of it.
Yeah.
That's considered 1 tablespoon. So when it's like this, that ain't no 1 tablespoon.
That's 20 grams?
So apparently,
You sure about that? We can test it after the pod.
1 tablespoon of how much does 1 tablespoon of rice weigh?
Cooked rice, right?
Cooked.
Cooked rice. Okay. Do cooked rice. $11.6.
Okay, there we go.
So you're a little off.
So how many calories is in it? How many calories in 1 tablespoon of rice?
I could saw you go, how could I take part of it away? Fuck it, never mind. 13
calories.
That's
So
not a lot. That's good.
and so you do 100 grams of rice.
Oh, wait, but that's weird. You see that? The quantity changed. 1 tablespoon there is not marking as 9.9 grams of
I don't know what the fuck they mean. What kind of
quantity.
rice
You see what
they're
I mean?
measuring to? I don't know what kind of rice they're talking about. So there's got to be probably has to do with I don't know.
Maybe different.
Kind of rice.
The kind of rice. Right.
Chinese
exactly.
rice.
So
Okay, I'm sorry. You guys can come at me for this. You guys can come at me for this.
I know where you're
Asian
going.
white rice. Trash.
you don't like it?
Trash. The only time I
Depends.
eat Asian white rice is if I'm having sushi.
I was gonna say, sushi white rice is the shit for me because they add that white rice vinegar in it when they're cooking it. Ooh, that shit's so delicious for me.
Now-
I taste
What
that.
the fuck is a white rice vinegar?
It's rice vinegar, bro. It's got the vinegar of the rice.
I don't know. Don't ask me. But what I do know is Hispanic white rice, and then you put those things next to each other, man. You can't compare. You cannot compare.
Just
Bro.
before coming over,
I
a
have to
little
disagree.
small bowl of rice.
What?
With a shit ton of beans.
No, not sushi rice. Normal white eating
I
rice.
have to
from
disagree.
Asians.
You know why I have to disagree? Because Hispanics have had other starches in their kitchen, such as yuca, sweet,
Plantain.
different plantains, different type of potatoes, including rice. So rice is and then also beans. Rice is not the only carb, but for Asian people, bro, rice is it. Think about what else do they eat? What else do they eat instead of bread? Like
We eat
rice
rice
is
every
it.
day. We do eat rice every day.
I
Almost.
know, but Asian people literally like rice is it. There's nothing else. Once in a while you hit some yuca, you know what I mean? Some platanos, you know, boom, boom, boom. But they eat rice no
You
matter
ready?
what.
Ready for this? I'm now because I know in my heart that if I go and I'm gonna order a thing of white rice from a normal Asian Chinese store or whatever.
Yeah, but they're garbage, bro. You gotta go to some Chinese, Korean, or Japanese grandma that be making rice for like decades, and she got the special
I've had
yakitori
homemade
cooker
cooked
or some shit.
Laos
She's got the
rice and
vinegar
Vietnamese rice more than once from a lot of Vietnamese and Laos friends I had growing up.
Sticky rice, bro, is the shit.
Their sticky rice, that was when I was like, okay, this is okay, but still Dominican white rice,
Nah, bro.
it does not hit as good.
Nah, I think you just used to it. I'm telling you, I think
No.
you just used to it.
Oh man, that shit, no flavor,
What? I mean,
no flavor. They barely put any oil and salt on that bitch.
A good like cooked rice over the fire on some wood.
On some wood.
Yeah, like
fuck are
just
you, a
naturally
caveman?
fucking
motherfucker
cooked.
from Cuba, what you think they
Yeah,
been cooking?
bro.
They had no gas, electricity,
Bro,
shit.
I'm out here
Now you
reminiscing.
utilize fire,
I'm out
goddamn,
here
rubbing two
reminiscing.
sticks
I'm
together to
sorry.
get a fire
I'm sorry.
going.
Okay, I was privileged.
Damn.
Talking about my fucking childhood
Prude.
over here.
He's giving us the deepest secrets he's had.
Oh man. Fuck that. No, Asian white rice trash.
But go ahead.
Sushi awesome.
Finish up, Miggy.
On what?
Were you done?
Yeah, I thought you were gonna say something too.
Oh,
Actually,
dude. I just want some fucking good white rice on some fucking natural fire, you know? En una olla en caldero, not on a fucking rice cooker. That shit's
they all use rice cookers, bro.
And that shit gets sticky at the bottom, so you can just get that crust, you know? La
Yeah.
rapa, you know? You
The
guys
con
call it
con. What you call it in Cuba?
Raspa.
Raspa.
Yeah, because you have to.
Rapa. And the sound that
Bro.
it makes.
Crazy shit happened today. I'm in a store. There's this girl. I forget her name. She looked Hispanic, and she had an accent. Oh yeah, where are you from? Boom boom, from Cuba. I was like, oh shit, were you born there or here? She's like, oh, I was born there. I was like, well, how long ago did you come here? 5 months ago. This bitch already in a fucking store working. How's that even a thing? Yeah, bro, she was speaking English.
Oh, she was speaking English.
She was in Publix, bro.
Well, actually, you know this. We don't know something. For example, Emily's cousin / family friend or whatever, Alejandra. She came over here speaking English already. She knew English already when she was in Cuba, and she got a job pretty quickly. Actually,
Yeah.
she started working, I think, at Goodwill over there when they built the new one on 34th Street. She was working over there. She knew English. She got really good with English. I actually started talking to her in English like the last 10 times I've seen her. I talk with her mostly in English actually, like Spanglish, right? Like how we kind of do comfortably, like me, Emily, and Lynette, and all of us that kind of have that mix.
I actually did some fucking volunteer hours at Goodwill.
Oh,
Yeah?
really?
I did 100 hours of community service.
Why? What did you fuck
I
up?
didn't go to prison or anything. It was just for college. It was for like a scholarship.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
They have for example, I wanted to do the dual enrollment, and they wanted me to do community service hours with that. So basically, if I would have done dual enrollment on my sophomore year, ending sophomore year, starting junior year, I would have started doing college classes with my high school classes, and I would have finished my senior year with my high school diploma and AA. But then this
I've never done any volunteering shit.
bitch didn't want to give me my 78 to a B, so I didn't get it.
It was very boring, yet it was definitely a new experience because all I did for half of it was splitting clothes, throwing shit to a different gaylord, and then the second
To what? What'd you just say?
to a gaylord,
What's a gaylord?
big box, like a big.
Why is it
box.
called gaylord?
I don't know, dude. That was the first time I had heard what a gaylord was, and then I saw
Big
another-
gaping
Sus.
hole.
Yeah, it's a sus word.
Just like that statue that they made. It's been
And-
confirmed. It's a butthole.
The other half of the volunteering was at a old people home. So they would take us over there, and they would play with the old people. And I remember playing that. You guys remember? Well, you didn't because you didn't go to school here. But Eddie, you remember in elementary when they would get that big like fabric? It was like a rainbow.
Yeah.
And then you would just like start doing this. Well, basically, we were doing that same shit with a bunch of old people in wheelchairs, and they were just hyping themselves up, and that was their exercise. That's how they were exercising them. I got to talk to some old people. They gave me no knowledge.
Here he thought he's gonna get the fucking secrets to the universe. They gave me no knowledge. No motherfucker, leave me the fuck alone. Brad over there got a new batch of Viagra. I'm about to smash this bitch.
I
Leave me alone.
forgot to save this video. This nurse that's working in a nursing home. She goes up to the guy and it's like, "Oh, are you ready? Do you need anything? Are you ready to take your pills?" And he goes, "No. Will you suck my dick?"
Yeah, I saw that video too. The old man when he
And
goes,
she's
"Suck."
she's like, "Sir, we do not do that. That's like disrespect." She said something and he's like, "But do you need anything? Like, your time to take your pills? Like, let's do that." No. And she's like, "Just suck my dick." And she's like, "No." And he's like, and he just kept going on. And this fucking old white dude, "Will you suck my dick?"
Yeah, bro, I just saw. Apparently this.
Bro, sucking old people are crazy.
Apparently this old man gets fucking locked up because this bitch was smuggling Viagra into the old people's home. Like he lived there and he smuggled Viagra into old people's home, and he got arrested for smuggling Viagra into old people's home.
Bro was the plug.
Yeah, he was literally the plug. Like Brad got a new batch.
I allegedly know some people that have done that.
Yeah?
Yeah, like they get Viagra and they'll sell it to their friends.
To where? An old people's home?
No, just normal old people that live at home.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's, yeah.
I had my grandpa order him some Viagra one time.
Huh?
Yeah, over the phone type shit. It's
Yep.
funny as fuck.
Your grandpa lives with you at home?
Allegedly. Alright.
So here, wait.
Right. Allegedly.
Well, but here's the thing
He
with
get
that.
bitches? The gargoyle gets bitches?
I don't know what the fuck he was doing. I don't know if he was in the backyard or some shit. I don't know what the fuck this motherfucker was doing.
Damn, that's sad. You want to beat your meat so bad you can't? You just get some Viagra?
That shit be up for fucking days.
Multiple
Never go down and
sessions.
get a heart attack while you're at it because doctor didn't prescribe it. Miguelito ordered some fucking backyard Viagra with a little bit of horse tranquilizer in it.
That shit had a fucking El Toro on the front of it. He didn't even know what it was. It's a fucking big ass bull with fucking horns on fire and shit. Like
Yeah,
that
with
shit.
a V.
Those pills you see in the gas station and shit.
Yeah.
It's one of those.
With a V on it stands for Veneno from Mexico.
My grandpa one time, he walked in the doctor's office and just asked for it, just straight up.
Yeah.
He's got some nut sacks, bro.
No, that's what you do. Why you go to the doctor? Hey, I'm coming to visit you, doctor. What are you here for? For Viagra, nigga? What else I'm here for? Give me some Cialis, some Viagra or
I'm
something.
here for the fucking Viagra, dude.
Yeah, I'm here for Viagra. I'm not here for my heart. My heart done fucked up. I got all kinds of problems with my health.
And my heart is
shit.
fucking hurting because you're not giving me my fucking Viagra.
Yeah. My bitches be waiting on me. Need that Viagra. But I see that's the thing with Viagra. Like Viagra and Cialis is prohibited in United States, but it is not prohibited like in other countries. Like you can buy that like anytime you're in South America, whatever, you can just buy it at any pharmacy. Like, yeah, sure. Boom,
I mean,
you buy it.
you could buy you could buy the generic brand, the gas stations, bro. The Rhinos,
No, those are
The
bullshit.
El
Those are,
Toro de Veneno, like
You know
Jay
what-
was talking about.
Yeah, totally.
You know what I've heard does work? The honey packs.
they don't.
You know what you need to do?
They don't.
They don't.
I've been lied.
Yes.
What are those for then?
The honey packs? So it's a bunch of sugar and caffeine and shit in it. So what it does, it just makes your blood flowing faster. So when your blood is flowing faster, obviously you're going to get more blood flowing to your penis. So it's going to be...
But I heard it works for boys and girls in the sense it just makes you like horny.
Well, I mean, if you have a blood flow, it's like drinking coffee. If your girl drinks coffee, like she's going to enjoy the shit a lot more because there's more blood going in that area.
Whoa, you're giving me cheat codes over here. Hold on, this bitch
Yeah.
is about to be fucking drinking coffee every time.
Yeah.
We're taking a sip of coffee.
Every time
There we
Miguelito's
go.
gonna walk to that bedroom, he's gonna have a fucking espresso shot. What is it called? Mi cortadito. He's gonna have his Cuban
Yo,
cortadito.
it could be 2 at night. Yo, you want some coffee?
No, what I'm saying is like those things don't really work. Like they sell those hymns and all kinds of other shit that is at lower dosage, and you get it. But like I don't care how much honey you fucking pack down your throat, you smash once.
Bro.
Once that prolactin hits you, bro. Once that prolactin starts working in your body, your shit ain't coming up
Bro,
for
that
at
would
least a little
suck,
bit.
Though.
Is that
Imagine,
what that's called? That keeps it down? Prolactin?
Prolactin.
imagine like you 2 a.m, like Miggy said, and you take that fucking espresso shot. The moment you bang like that, you doing that kind of exercise
You
basically
better take a
is
Red Bull to
like
get your
helps
wings
you
back.
kind of process all this stuff, and so like now when you're done, you're gonna be like fucking wired up. You're not gonna be ready to go to sleep anymore.
Yeah. Well, no, because what happens in your body starts flooded with prolactin. With age, you produce more prolactin. So what prolactin actually puts you to sleep. It's like evolutionary adaptation for you to stay with that partner that you just had sex with. So you can stay together. Like that's how women would choose
I
guys
wonder
like
if
that.
the caffeine will fuck with that.
I prolactate.
Caffeine
I
could fuck with
prolactate, but not to be with my partner, but to be with myself.
Huh?
You shed prolactin on yourself?
Yeah, I
with
prolactate
yourself?
for myself, not for my partner.
Pause. No, you took it there. Shit. But no, prolactin is something. I can't even fucking. So prolactin is something your body produces. That's what puts you to sleep right after you smash.
This is exactly the same label that they put on those fucking pills in the gas stations or something like this.
Now you wanna
Just something like this.
get.
Hey, do a whiff of these before you go lay some pipe. You might do a good job.
Now you want to get rid of that prolactin. Just jump in a
Or-
cold shower.
That's kind of like
You jump in a
that's-
cold shower,
that's like
bro?
throwing pepper spray in a room, bro. You're just making people go away at that point. That shit's a flag, man.
You gotta keep that shit in the bathroom. Like, yeah, baby, give me a second.
Hold on, let me
Sure,
go. Let me go wash. You just fucking show up in the room like, woo, let's go.
Sniff for that rhino.
Looking like fucking Eddie Hall, ready for his 1,000 kilo or 500 kilo lift.
Yeah.
Fucking don't geeked out and shit.
No, bro, that's what I'm saying. Cold shower will wake you up real quick.
Pound
And then-
town and go.
And you don't even have to do the full like cold shower for sure, because when that cold hits your shoulders and your ankles, all the way like a lot of the sensors are for temperature, it's gonna really wake you up. But like even
Yeah.
something as simple like if you're just trying to for a quick 20-minute, 30-minute burst, you know what I mean? Like you just hit your face with some water.
Yeah, that'll do.
But like if it's in the mornings, like for example, the other day we were done with a workout. I think it was actually like the first or second day working out, so it was like Friday or Saturday. And when we were done, I went to go shower and I started crashing right away because we didn't work out early in the morning. It was already a little bit later in the day, and I started crashing. And it was like, I think it was later, so like maybe 6-7 o'clock or something like that. And I'd taken a shower, and I was like, fuck, man, like I can't take a nap right now. If I take a nap right now, I'm just gonna fucking sleep through the night. I'm gonna wake up 3 to 4 in the morning.
Yeah, for sure.
The fucking bats or something,
Yeah.
you know. And so I instantly was like, I know what I need to do. Fucking cold water.
Yeah,
And that's what I did, and it helps. It definitely
it does.
helps.
It'll wake you up for sure. But yeah, man.
You guys shower in the mornings?
Depends.
Depends, yeah.
Depends. If I've showered at night and then gone to sleep, I don't sweat
I
in my.
used to only shower at nights. Now I actually shower. If I'm working a lot of the time, I'm gonna shower.
If I'm going to
So-
jujitsu, I shower for sure.
If in the mornings,
Well,
now I've been
the
showering
thing
every morning
nowadays
for the
me is
working
because
out.
since I have long hair, it helps me get ready. So instead of having to like damp my hair on the little thing, I can just go under, get it all wet, all ready. That's it.
Yeah, right.
And I'm clean.
Miguel
See,
out there,
one thing is
Miguel
though,
out
like
there
I'm so
producing his
used to.
prolactin instead of showering.
I was so used to like getting up in the morning to go do construction, and I feel like I was like usually taking a shower right before I go to bed, usually, or like within a couple hours of going to bed, and so I was like, what for? Like I'm about to go fucking get full of mud and concrete.
And I
No,
keep
no,
my
no,
house.
I would understand it if you're just gonna go get like super dirty. Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck is the point?
And I keep my house so fucking cold. I never sweat. I never
wish I
sweat
was
under
able
the
to do that.
blanket.
I hate
When
when I.
unfortunately, I don't have total control of my AC. My mom
Yeah,
still
same.
kind of controls that. I tend to keep it around like 73.
Jesus fucking Christ.
She likes it at 75, and I'm like,
That's what I
We'll
have
come
it
to a
at.
subtle agreement of 73, 74.
So this is the agreement we've come to in this house. But this house is different because the way that this shit is set up, it gets so fucking hot in my room. It's not matching really, and like their room gets really cold. I don't know why. But during the day, this house will probably sit around 75. And then if no one's here, they'll bump it up to like 77, 78. But at nighttime, we're going to bed, that bitch will hit 71. And,
Nah, mine is 75 all year round.
but I can guarantee you, if you put a thermostat, or just what is it called? It's not the thermostat controls it, but it's just something that only measures temperature.
Thermometer?
No, it was something else actually that I
No,
was talking about this with
thermal gun.
whatever. I was talking about this about Arthur. He'll know it right away when I'm saying it. But if you put one in my room, it will say 71 out here, and I guarantee in my room it's probably 74. So I'm fucking like sweating balls. Shit. If it was up to me, I'd drop it even more. I'd probably have it at 70.
Yeah, but then, no, see, that's not a good idea. You need to figure out why it's like that. and
because
fix
my
it.
room doesn't vent any hot air out.
Ah.
That's what it is. And then there's two people sleeping in there. I'm big. A lot of times, if I'm playing games before we go to sleep, the computer creates heat and builds up heat in the
Computer's
room.
a huge factor.
Yeah.
When I keep that thing on at night, it's a heater.
Oh, I never keep it on at night.
Sometimes I do, just because I just forget or fall asleep.
Yeah.
It's funny. A couple of our buddies just got the new LG OLED monitor that came out this year, and OLEDs are very known for burn-in, right?
Yeah.
And so, my buddy Justin, and he's very known for leaving his computer on, and sometimes like we know he left his computer on because he's like still in the Discord chat like throughout the night and stuff, and sometimes he'll like leave the stream on, and like the other day like he left what's it called? He was like streaming a movie or something. Oh yeah, we were watching The Equalizer actually. And I went to bed and I noticed the next day I woke up and I checked my phone and Discord and I was like, oh, he's still in the chat. And like I went into the live stream and it's just like that pause button. And I'm like, let's hope he doesn't have a pause button just permanently stuck in the middle of this thing because OLEDs are so known for burn-in. And it's a new monitor. I would be pretty like skeptical about it personally, but it's fucking great. There's nothing better. Like, so OLED has the thing that it's basically the deepest blacks, the best like color. It's just nothing. No monitor looks as good. No monitor looks as good.
Contrast.
And also the fact that their OLED can get instant. They're getting instant response times.
Yeah.
It's so for example, like mine and Miguel's monitor, like, and this is kind of like was the standard across the board was 1 millisecond response time on your monitor, which in reality led to more of like in 3 to 5 millisecond response times when you actually do the testing on these monitors, right?
Do you see that? Nah, bro. There's no fucking way
You
can
feel
see
it.
3.
It's
nah,
not seeing-
bullshit.
Not bullshit.
Bullshit, bro. 3 milliseconds? Impossible.
I'll tell you right now. So I'll go and grab.
You'll feel like it's fucking real when you get fucked in a game. You
No,
get
no,
shot and you're like,
look.
I thought I clicked.
I'll just tell you this right now. You grab my TV that's in there. It has a 5 millisecond response time, and then you play on my monitor. It's not the fucking same. It is not the fucking same
All right.
at all.
At all. It's great when you have like a really shitty monitor. Like you've been gaming on a shitty monitor for a very long time, and then you switch over to 144 hertz.
Or like
1 millisecond.
low millisecond. Yeah.
It's completely different.
Because it's not something like you can just if you don't play games, you don't notice it, right? It's when you like play so much that you notice all these little minuscule details, and when something like that changes, where it's literally like things are just so much faster and responsive and smoother and everything,
You
becomes
can tell, and when you play games and you care about graphics, you start paying attention to just the edges of shit.
Yeah.
And you start noticing the edges are crooked and stuff like that.
everything. You notice everything, and then guess what the response time on this monitor is?
Yeah.
Guess. So if like
Zero?
this
I don't know.
0.5 milliseconds.
0.5. No,
That's what I
you're
would
way
say.
off. Way off.
If
Point?
if you're telling me that shit's getting into pi type shit like 0.3 or 0.24476,
it's
that's
point-
some stupid shit.
It's 0.03 millisecond response time.
0.3. Okay, so
No.
slight improvements.
Not 0.3. Point 0.03.
Oh, okay.
300ths
So almost.
of a
Okay.
second. Not 3/10 of a second.
I
300ths
see.
of a second. That shit's instant. It's so fast that the testings for the monitors. I watched this guy that tests all the monitors. He's got this thing and it's called NVIDIA NDAC. That's from NVIDIA. This program they have to test response times, right? It's so fast that every time he does testings, it just registers 1 millisecond, 1 millisecond. Even if you test other monitors like TN panels and shit like that are super fast response times, right? They look horrible, right? But they're like the best for gaming and shit.
So downside.
Like they get like 2 milliseconds, 3 milliseconds when they advertise half a millisecond, you know?
So
But it's
the
because of the lag of the
downside to
computer.
Something like that is you're still gonna get ghosting.
So the cool thing is 240 hertz, so that helps with that.
It helps, but for example, I
And
have the 240 hertz Predator, and if I turn on very fast response time, you can see flickering.
yeah, that's apparently that technology has gotten really a lot better since we've bought our
I
monitors.
would imagine
Mickey.
so, just because if you just keep going down in numbers and still
I wanna
with the same
send you-
technology, it's not gonna work.
If you have the time, I want to send you a really cool video actually about this new thing that they have called ULMB2, which is ultra low motion blur, ultra
Motion
low
blur.
motion blur 2, right? Which basically eliminates ghosting, making you feel like you're playing on a 1,000 hertz monitor. Yeah, they only have it on a couple monitors right now. It's really cool though. If you ask me, if you're looking for a monitor and you want to I want a gaming monitor, there's 2 ways to go. You either look for a monitor that has ULMB2 or you buy an OLED. Those are the 2 ways. That's if you ask me. If you're like, I want a badass gaming
much
monitor,
are they?
I don't care. That's what I was gonna say. I don't care how much I'm gonna spend. These are $1,800, $1,200 monitors. These are not cheap monitors.
Which ones?
The OLED, the LG is like 900. The Asus OLED is like 1,000.
What
The
size are you looking at?
ULMB2
Your friends paid that much
27.
for a fucking monitor?
I would. Why would not? You pay $1,000 for a TV, don't you?
Yeah, but it's a TV, bro.
Oh, it's my. I bet. How much you want to bet on my life right now? I have more hours on my monitor than you have on any TV in your house.
What do you mean?
I have more hours on the monitor, meaning I've used the monitor more than you have on any TV in your house.
Yeah, but my TVs also didn't cost $1,000.
Neither did my monitor.
But I'm not understanding. What's the point?
My point is, if you really like this stuff, it's just like, how would you spend $1,000 on a computer when you can spend $200? It's the same thing. I want the coolest shit. I want the fastest shit. I want it to look nice. I want it to look pretty. That's all it is, bro. That's all it
Okay.
is.
That's funny as fuck, bro.
Go to Discord. Go to Discord real quick. I just posted a.
I want the
Go
LG.
down.
The LG one. That's just
Go
nice.
down. Go down. That one. Click.
11-year-old Ross about to take out high school Billy, the next John Jones.
Yeah, go play that.
Let's see.
Of course. there's
30-second ad.
30-second ad. These people have no shame.
No
No shame.
No,
Fuck. People been.
I'm about to
People
get-
done been scamming video
Bro,
channels and.
I tried
and-
to like replay something on Snapchat and I replayed it once and then Jay was like, wait, let me see that again because it was the thing with Rodolfo's car, right? And I went to go replay it again. It's like, oh, $2 to get Snapchat Premium to replay things again. I was like, fuck you.
Bro. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, there you go.
Go. I'm looking.
Get the volume. We get ready. Boom.
Go for it. He caught nothing.
Watch out! Watch out!
Eesh. Go home. Go home.
Man, I
Go to
fuck
your
with
nearest
that.
10th Planet
gang,
Gym.
gang, you know how long the game shit, yeah. Yeah.
Go to your nearest whatever jiu-jitsu or kickboxing gym you can find and come back another day stronger, my boy.
Tell that nigga kid folk what you told him. What you told that
I
nigga
think
kid
that's
folk?
good.
Yeah.
Because I
gang
think
shit,
that
you know.
11-year-old just beat the shit out of that guy. And he looked older. He looked like probably like 15.
Yeah, it's a school bully. I'm sure it talks about it a little bit.
That's crazy. I think we shouldn't have kids fighting on the street, but if he was bullying someone,
Hey, my kid was being bullied. I don't know what the situation is. If my kid was being bullied, I
right?
tell him smack him right in the mouth. Let me handle the problem. Smack him right in the mouth. The remarkable confrontation
17-year-old
between
bully
this bullying,
getting it.
budding wrestling
Yeah, buddy.
sensation
I'm
and
like I said.
the 17-year-old.
that
Well, he's
17-year-old
a
bully.
wrestler. That's what he was.
Yeah,
He has skills. That's what happens.
11-year-old. Look at that. 11-year-old. Damn.
How the fuck do you get bullied at 11 years old by a 17-year-old? That's a big skill gap.
Yeah, and my boy got it put on him. Sheesh.
That was like Cat Williams when Cat Williams was fighting that kid. That kid like beat the shit out of Cat Williams.
Yeah,
Yeah, because
I remember that. Yeah.
Cat Williams was talking shit, and the 16-year-old kid was like just beat the shit out of him. Cat Williams later talking shit after he got beat.
Uh-huh. I
What?
remember that shit.
Oh, so there's another thing that just happened. Apparently,
I think that was funny how when the kid shot the double leg, when he kind of like first tried to sprawl at
Yeah.
it, they were like, "Oh, he's done," and they were like, and then he fucking pulls the double leg off, and everyone was like, "Oh shit, that just happened."
So apparently, if you go into
You seen that kid? Apparently, you know what I'm talking about. Apparently, I'd never been on TV before.
apparently,
and
yeah.
My mom and he's like fucking said something about what the event that was going on. That kid's hilarious.
So go to notifications real quick. Yeah, go up with that plane.
The plane or the boat? The plane or the boat?
The boat.
Yeah, two op. The boat and the water in the sky, Jay.
I mean, you stare
No,
long,
we didn't know. We didn't know.
You
Actually,
stare
Jay.
long enough into the
So yeah, this
into
is
the
the U.S. Navy warship. It intercepted 3 missiles.
Yeah.
Coming from Yemen, as well as 2 other drones. This is a little bit scary. This is a question that I was gonna ask earlier. The biggest armies or the biggest the biggest empires, they fell because of war. No.
yes,
Like a lot of them.
yeah. But see, this is
the
what
scary part is that the U.S. is fighting the Ukraine war. You're fighting the Israel now, and then you've also still got other terrorists like ISIS and other terrorist groups associated with ISIS that are all fucking coming in at the same time.
You know what I
Yeah.
think it's really interesting about that, Miggy, is like it makes you start to think about the narrative that we talk about here and what we think is going on in the world. And then what I thought was really cool is like when we go on Omegle and fuck around to mess with people, I think it's really cool when we get like matched up with someone that's a decent person from another country and kind of get to ask them questions of like what's their narrative. You know what I mean? Because it's interesting to like because we are kind of in like in the American social chamber, right? You know what I mean? Like the echo chamber of America at the end of the day, right? So it's nice to get perspectives, and it's just like you were saying, yeah.
so okay, so you got to think about it. Like the reason like Roman Empire fell, it was big Greek Empire fell. It was big, like Lithuanian kingdom fell because it was big. The reason that happened is they were fighters and they would just like fucking obliterate everything in their way, right? But then they got super big. And you got to remember, what was the mode of transportation back in the day? Horse. How long does a horse can travel before he has to stop and rest?
25 miles.
That's it. So when you have an empire that stems from Italy all the fuck way to German lands and to England, that's a lot of area to cover. So what would happen was you get the enemies attacking from this side and the enemies attacking from that side. So by the time the news came to the armies that were there concentrating, hey, we're getting attacked, these motherfuckers down already made the damage. You know what I mean? The communication was the reason this whole thing fell apart. But for us, it's not, because the war in Israel started with Palestine. The next day, we had fucking warships there.
Yeah, but the thing is, that's almost like a distraction, right? Because our main competitor is not going to be Ukraine. It's or Russia. Well, it is going to be Russia. It's going to be Russia, and then you're going to have China, which is going to be the one that's going to capitalize on all of this.
Yeah, but then
Since we're spending so many resources on other countries.
But then also don't forget that United States literally controls the entire world financial markets. If United States goes down, financial markets go down. Effectively, everyone else's money goes down. So no one wants to do that. No one wants to crush United States.
Yes,
Crush,
but the thing is,
take over. That's another one.
but nobody.
How would they? How would they
Just
take
saying.
over? We're on a fucking island. How are they going to attack us? We're on an island. There's a reason they attacked Pearl Harbor. Japanese attacked Pearl Harbor was it was close. It was right there. Hawaii and Japan are super close.
There's gonna be a force of ground invasion eventually, right?
But from where? From Mexico? Canada?
No, it would be an amphibious.
Amphibious what? I mean, like, if there's an amphibious piece of equipment, we probably gonna have the anti-amphibious personnel standing and waiting.
It's gonna be almost like a Normandy situation where
When they're just gonna
to
storm the fucking
California?
beach.
just storm the beach.
San Diego Beach.
What
What
it's
option
not gonna.
would you have? The only other option would be airstrikes, parachuting.
Yeah, but that's granted. You got people going in. I think like
I'm sure China has billions. Of
I don't think this war.
fucking ways.
I don't think when you get to the point where they're attacking the U.S., this war isn't people.
But see, here's the thing.
It's
All right.
It would
I
be
think-
a very hard
and
war
that's
for
scary.
China.
So here's the thing. Think about it. So let's say China decides to attack. They have to roll in with fucking heavy equipment.
Oh, of course.
Yeah?
You can't
What-
come
how-
in easy. We're to the
Okay.
light
Where
work.
where are they gonna get the fuel to run the heavy equipment?
Russia.
But they still have to get that heavy equipment here, roll through United States, and then refuel it within the.
Yeah, I know.
Russia's still connected.
And
the
they might-
western part of the U.S.
To Alaska,
Yeah,
which
all
is
the way up there.
separated by a whole land of fucking Canada.
And I'm thinking, man, like
But again, it's still going to be a force
In
of
a s-
entry. It's still plausible.
in the best case scenario for them, they can maybe get through the coasts, but those Midlands, those guys got more guns than people, and in those like the mountain ranges and
even if they do that, they're gonna
they're fucked.
they're gonna bring in tankers of oil, right? In an ocean. All they're gonna do is just send one rocket and then just fucking down this tanker. Done. They have no refueling system. How are they gonna get the equipment to move on the land? They're not. What are they gonna have? People just walking? People just walking. We'll mow them down with a couple of tanks.
Okay.
You know
so
what I mean?
you assess that situation in a similar fashion. If for whatever reason the U.S. did want to or have to go into China, how do you think they would do it? Because we don't have any connection to them either.
Yeah, we wouldn't.
I don't think we have an interest in trying
So-
to
It would
go
still-
over
it
there
would
and
still
take
be a-
over
it
or
would still
destroy.
be a very similar situation. No.
No, United States would not go to China and destroy it.
Yeah, I don't
United
think so.
States would create a situation where China's neighbors would try to destroy it. And
Yeah.
then aid the
They
Chinese
would
neighbors.
They would ally.
Because,
yeah.
like, for example, because
Yeah, they'd
if
either
China
ally with-
decided
with
to
or
attack
without, yeah.
Taiwan, we have ships that are sitting at Taiwan right now.
Mhm.
So if
Oh,
if
wait,
they
that was a huge thing.
Yeah.
Not too long ago. I mean, the
yeah, Taiwan.
Chinese military ran a demo of 100 planes flying by the island. And
Yeah.
the Taiwanese government did not like that. They were like,
Yeah,
"No, you
neither
gotta
did
stop
United
that
States.
shit."
That's why they send the fucking ship there. They send one destroyer. But that was pretty much saying, hey, we see you, we recognize you, we got to destroy. We can have more of these here. And China stopped. Because they knew there would be war.
And China's asking for trouble from. They want all the smoke. They want the Philippines out of their oceans now because they claim that certain parts of the islands it's theirs and it's been theirs for who knows how long supposedly.
Yeah, well, that's all horseshit. Well, like history says, well, these were all Italian lands from Italy all the way to fucking England, and then some of England. What do you think Italy has a fucking claim on those lands? Fuck no. You know, Lithuania was from Black Sea all the way to Baltic Sea. Do you think Lithuania has a claim on that land? Poland did not exist because it was part of Lithuania. You know, like what the Chinese are saying. It's just political games.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a whole bunch of hot air and like that's the thing about United States. It just so happens. It's just like Australia. Australia's like that too. Why do you think nobody's tried to fucking conquer Australia? Australia's got everything you need.
Nobody
All
wants to
kinds of
fucking
resources.
Conquer Australia, bro. They got fucking poisonous spiders.
Those
And
Aussies are too crazy. They can't get through that.
No, it's just you.
just
Like
the
they're on the
ecosystem
fucking
alone is
island.
harsh, dude.
They got Volkanovski, bro.
Yeah, they got Volkanovski, fight them all, right? And they got Izzy, right? But like they're on a fucking island. Try to get shit on that island. You can't. It's like you having the high ground, and they're just trying to attack from the low ground. You know, because back in the day, the Normandy storming the beach, it was just bunch of people. Like they were just letting these people out for fucking to die in front of bullets, and that was just people. That's it. You know what I mean? They weren't bringing tanks. They weren't bringing anything. You know. But now we have fucking tanks. We have a Gatling gun.
That shit
You
was
know what I mean?
crazy. I was watching them going into the paratroopers, the airborne
Yeah.
guys, and when I was saying, I was watching Band of Brothers. That shit's crazy when they were dropping down and like the fucking Germans shooting all the guns and shit at the planes, and like one point one of the missiles or whatever the fuck it was hit the front of the plane and blew the fucking co-captain's head straight off.
Shit.
It's like literally like this part of his neck on the bottom and like slanted up, and that's all that was left of his skull. Like the top part of his skull just gone.
But see, that's what I'm saying. They were dropping in. Do you think now they're gonna drop people in? Like they drop these people in. Like how many they're gonna drop? Let's say 1,000, 2,000. They're gonna be overwhelmed within like.
Do you think they'll get
It's
to a
fucking-
point?
That'd be shooting practice for America.
Do you think it'll get to a point where we'll have like AI humanoids that will fight for us?
Yeah, I mean, what's his name? Elon is already creating that, and then the guy that used to work for Tesla now works for OpenAI. He's creating one, so they're all creating an AI that's gonna support a humanoid.
That new Cybertruck, supposedly it's bulletproof as well to a certain extent.
9mm, I
9
think.
millimeter?
Hmm.
I don't know, man.
They're saying.
He threw a sledgehammer or a rock at that thing. That bitch went pop.
Yeah, he wasn't supposed to, but he
And
went
I
pop.
wasn't supposed to. We go pop, and he goes, "Oh shit!" Like
That
that's the
wasn't
first thing you gotta
gonna
think. Oh shit.
Well, I'm sure since they've fucking redone that, you know.
They'd be
Yeah, I'm
fucking
sure
extra
that. I'm
reinforced
sure
that shit.
now. I'm sure now that shit is
People
extra
are,
tough.
People are gonna get to the dealership, just fucking throw a rock at it to see if it actually works.
It's like, sir, all right, the last signature's right there. Wait a second, fucker. Let me see something real quick. He fixed this shit yet? Bing!
Did he get the software update?
But yeah, but
We're about an hour and a half. You guys want to
Yeah, it's good.
call it for today?
call it.
I still got to have a meal. All right, everyone who came in, thank you. You guys will see you on...
Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Share.
What's it, to Tuesday? I don't even fucking remember what today is. We're talking about clear minds and shit. Look at me.